Do we have audio? Do we have picture? I think we have both. It says there's 6 people watching right now. Hello to all 6 of you. I hope you can hear me right now because this is the first time I've done anything like this on the channel. Hopefully I got the audio all set up. Ready for the spaghetti. Don't you hate it when you're riding and you drop your spaghetti everywhere? Hollywood Studio says hi. Hello. Great to have you here. So let's talk about Kennywood again. I scheduled this 1 hour before the actual reveal started so we could talk about it a little bit, because everybody seems to think differently about what this roller coaster is going to be. Some people say it's a Mack ride. I say it's either an Intamin or a Vekoma. Some people are saying it's a B&M because of that track that was spotted at the plant, the manufacturing plant. So we don't know what it could be. But we're going to be using that chat off to the side there pretty heavily. Rocky says hello. Hi, Rocky. Great to have you here. Scotland. Wow. That's awesome. Thank you so much. The plant track is going to China. Oh, okay. Well, that actually, I don't know if that's true or not, but it probably is, because I don't see this being a B&M. July the 27th. I might be able to. I got to do a check on that. Because there's a thing I have coming up where I have to move out of my old apartment back up at college. I have to finish cleaning that out since my lease actually went up through July. Relocated Togo stand-up. Watch them just reopen Shockwave from King's Dominion at Kennywood. Oh, says I got 16 people now. Hello to all of you. Thank you for joining me. So I'm going to be switching between several cameras here today, because I'm going to be using the webcam here to talk to you all. I know it's not the best quality, but I don't have an HDMI capture device yet, at least not a reliable one, so I can't use my main camera as a webcam to talk to you all. And also, just to spice things up, we can still keep the chat going, of course, during this, but from time to time, I'm going to be switching back and forth to yes, play some Mega Man, just because why not? But not yet. It's not the time for that yet. Someone says, what's going on? Oh, Kennywood is announcing their new roller coaster for 2019 in about an hour. So I'm going to do a live stream to get their reactions, and we're going to just kind of speculate and talk about it until then. And also, I figured this would be a good opportunity to do my first ever live stream to get all the technological problems worked out before I do something more serious. So yeah, I apologize in advance if I have any issues with this stream. Predicting that a ride will be a Vekoma, since it is in a bigger park. Vekoma is likely. That's what I'm hoping for. I hope for something like Lech Coaster or Lech Coaster. I actually don't know how you pronounce that. Watch them announce an SLC. Well, I don't remember who said this. Didn't Vekoma say, issue a press release saying that they were working on a new suspended coaster type? Might only be a prototype, and there's probably some no limits render of it out there, but I could have sworn they were working on a newer version of an SLC. What if Kennywood bought that? I'm not saying I hope they will. Oh no, I don't want them to. Pinfari Giga. Kennywood will call it the Iron Zyklon. So I'm going to try something a little different here. All right, everybody. Let me show you something here. Let's see if this works. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you something that I've been inspecting for a while. We're over here on the Kennywood Connection forums, and these guys are awesome. They've been doing a ton of speculation. They have a mega thread for this new coaster. Much to talk about right now aside from the impending launch. This is where they're live streaming the reveal. So this is where I'm going to go in about 55 minutes whenever it begins. And here's us all talking. This is me, by the way. I'm also on the forums here. They were talking about Raging Rapids. About why they took out the waterfalls. Did all of you see that? They took out the waterfalls on Raging Rapids. Oh, somebody said they wish they could try Crystal Pepsi. Aw, Boombastic Coasters. You drove right past Kennywood. Well, I wish you could have ridden Phantom's Revenge. I don't know if you've ever had before. It's absolutely amazing. And there's this guy on the forum. He was adamant that the number 197 from the scratch-off card meant that there would be 197-degree drop. It's actually kind of like a running joke in the forum now. I doubt that's true. And here's something new. Kennywood put a story on Instagram, and the first part of was of these massive footer grates. I mean, these are big, diameter of at least 5 feet. So let's go ahead and check that out, actually, because we can do that right now. I got my phone right here. Kennywood. Ooh. Project 412 at center stage and revealing it. Have any of you noticed it is always in capitals? Right here. This is the damn reflection. This is the image that they uploaded, and see how they capitalized it? Some people were saying that could be the initials of the ride. Iron Titan, maybe? 412-degree drop. That would be like you going back under yourself once or twice. But let's see the story they're talking about. Oh, yeah, look at that. They captioned it at 7:16 a.m. They posted, "You ready?"
What's up, Instagram? Are you ready? Today's the day. 12 o'clock noon. We're going to find out what Project 412
There's our boy Nick.
About. So get yourself ready. Check us on Facebook Live or here on Instagram. High noon.
Thank you, Nick. There's the footers that everyone was talking about. They look massive. Faddington asks, why have you stopped uploading videos? When did I stop uploading videos? I just posted 90s Room last week. I didn't realize it was that long. I'm only one person. I can't crank out videos super quickly. I'm sorry if I'm taking too long. 412 is the same as 52. Totally an RMC Strata. That would be interesting. This could be the name Ironic Tumblebug. Why does my chat keep disappearing? So my sister told me she saw the wooden coaster. Oh, yeah. Your sister drove right past Six Flags New Orleans. Oh, that's so cool. I wish I could go down there. I'm a little far away from it, though. The SLC I've ridden sucks so much. Which, if you don't mind me asking, which SLC did you ride? There's a ton of them. Could be Kong at Discovery Kingdom, any of the Mind Erasers at Six Flags. No, I do not have a Discord yet. I've been meaning to get on that for a while. I just haven't yet. Rocky says, I'm riding Monster at Adventureland soon. Awesome. I hope you enjoy it. It looks amazing. I saw the early POV videos of it, and I hope it runs a little faster than when it opened. So I hope it's running now. Even the family SLC had unbearable headbanging. Oh, man. Riddler's Revenge. Yes, I forgot they did that. They had to change Mind Eraser to Riddler's Revenge. I forgot they did that. Arrow launched Luke and Giga. Poor Arrow. It gets so dusty in this room. Poor Arrow. They gave us the Steel Phantom and then X, and then they disappeared. Ooh, in Barcelona. There's a couple amusement parks in Spain. I know Coaster Studios was on that big European roller coaster trip, and Taylor's uploading all kinds of videos from that. I've been watching those. I really wish I could travel abroad and go ride roller coasters. Arrow might not have the smoothest rides, but they are the most important manufacturer. They do have a lot of history tied to them. I am glad we still have a lot of their rides, but some of them are disappearing. Look at Logjammer. That was an Arrow. It's not a roller coaster, but still, it was an Arrow. Six Flags New England is your home park. You are so lucky. But that's on my bucket list. I want to go there and ride Wicked Cyclone and Superman. Of course, I've never been there, so I never got to ride it when it was Bizarro. Wicked Cyclone is highly overrated. Really? I can't speak for myself because I've never ridden it, but I usually just hear people praise it to the moon and back. I was just talking about this in his review. He gushed about how much he loved the ride. Like, I gotta be completely honest. I watched the POVs of it, and the airtime must be more intense in person because the first POVs I wasn't super impressed. But the airtime must just be something you have to experience to believe, because I don't think the POVs did it justice. Rocky says, Worlds of Fun is my home new coaster. Yeah, poor Worlds of Fun. Cedar Fair seems to neglect their other parks. Like, Cedar Point is just the spoiled favorite child in that situation. Wicked Cyclone's airtime can hurt? Really? That's kind of surprising to me. You got to ride Wicked Cyclone at night. That sounds amazing. Last week, I went to Kennywood, and I'm sure most of you know Kennywood does community days. Last Tuesday was community day for where I live, so I got to get in for almost half price. And I got to do 2 night rides on Phantom. It was awesome. I haven't done a night ride on Phantom in a couple of years. I was way overdue for that. How many credits do I have? 55 right now. Not nearly as many as I would like to have. I got 55 coasters under my belt. Once I get my life a little bit more in order here, I'm going to hopefully expand on that. I'm looking into job opportunities in Florida, so I could conquer all the Florida parks in one shot if I do that. Wicked Cyclone feels like it's going to rip you in half in the back. Oh my. I'll keep that in mind. If I ever ride a Wicked Cyclone, I'll sit up front then. Still nothing on the live stream front. I'm checking all of Kennywood's social media accounts and stuff like that. Everyone's asking on Kennywood's Instagram where they can watch the live stream. Of course, there are people in the chat. There are people in the chat complaining that they took out the Logjammer. Of course. Oh, okay, let's see. Phantom was your 150th credit. Good job. That's impressive. I'd love to get over 100, but I don't travel around nearly as much as I would like. Yeah, I was outside of Project 412 for about a half hour to 45 minutes. There was really nothing to go off of. I saw a shed towards the back that may have been full of some parts, but I couldn't tell. You could only really see it if you were on Racer. Twisted Timbers is your number 1. That's impressive. Twisted Timbers looked kind of small to me. Wicked Cyclone and El Toro. That's a solid top 3. Well, I don't know when they're starting the live streams, but the official announcement is set to start at noon. So that's when the stream I'm watching is being done by someone off the Kennywood Connection forum. The stream isn't public. Under YouTube, you can find them just by typing KW Connection, all one word, and that's their channel. So there will be a stream on that. I think Kennywood is also doing an official stream, but I'm not positive on that yet. They didn't reply to any of those Instagram comments of people asking yet. Yeah, Kennywood PR, they did. I'm impressed with them at this point. They did an amazing job of keeping this on the down low. What's either an Intamin Blitz or a Vekoma similar to Lek Coaster? A looping Vekoma like that. I seriously think Vekoma could be the only company to do it, to do a coaster like that for $9 million. Some people say the 9 from the scratch-off card means the number of records. I think it's 3 records, $9 million. Lightning Rod was your 100th coaster. I'm glad it was working when you went. I remember it had a lot of downtime. Lek Coaster would be amazing. I agree. 9 block sections. That's a first. That's the first I've heard of anyone thinking that. Why is it? Oh, your coaster count is 55 too. Okay, let me. I may as well, since some of you are asking here. $4,000 riders per day. That could be realistic. Got to apologize for the formatting on this. It's not the greatest, but these are my coaster credits. So I've been to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. I still have not ridden all the roller coasters at Cedar Point yet. And Dull at Hershey Park, including the kiddie coaster. That was a pretty funny experience. Of course, we got Kennywood. I count the Little Phantom because I rode it when I was like 5 or 6 years. Skyrocket, even though it's Skyrocket is still dead. Expedition ever. Universal Islands of Adventure. I've only ever ridden the fire side of Dragon Challenge. I never got to ride. I'll never have that credit, but at least I got one of them. So yeah, I thought you all might like to see that just for the heck of it. All right, I got to catch up with what's going on in the chat here. 3 passes over the Midway. That would be interesting. That could work. Steel Vengeance is amazing. It's so chaotic. So I've heard. I need to get over to Cedar Point. 87, pretty good. 87 coaster credits. This year you'll get to 91. Next year you'll get over 100. 214. 9 credits? Still got to start somewhere. Besides, that just means there's more roller coasters out there you haven't ridden yet. More raw, unfiltered roller coaster experiences. It could be the second ever version. That is true. Maurer has not really built that model of roller coaster. I think it's called an X-Car. That's the model of it. I mean, I could look it up on RCDB real quick, but I think it's an X-Car model, and that's Rip Ride Rocket is the only X-Car in North America. 110 credits, really good. $67 coasters, 55 of them are in California. Well, California does have a ton of coasters, if not just because that's where Magic Mountain is. Northeast coasters, you got both credits of Dragon Challenge, and you've been on both sides of Gwazi. That's bragging rights right there. You don't get to really say much that you've been on Gwazi, because it's just sitting there. When are they going to RMC that thing? Magic Mountain might be getting a premier launch dueling coaster. Well, the dueling coaster would be cool, but what I think the premier launch part would be kind of redundant, because don't they already have full throttle? That's a premier launch. But the dueling coaster, that would actually be kind of cool. Reinforced Taco, great name by the way, says that he's ridden Terran. Very nice. I saw Taylor's video on that recently. What if they get an X-Car like Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket? O said that could be that could be a thing. Mayor in the United States and all of North America, and that is Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. It could be another one of those. But it's been 8 years. Didn't Rip Ride Rocket open in 2010? I actually hope they RMC Wildcat at Hershey because they have 2 GCIs. I say leave Lightning Racer alone. and RMC Wildcat. Because although at the same time, Wildcat does have a bit of history behind it because it was the first ever GCI. So I don't know. Part of me thinks they should leave it alone. Part of me thinks they should RMC it because it's so rough. My buddy Ryan and I kind of have a running joke about how rough Wildcat is because you got these octagonal turns. You don't just go through the turn. So the infamous part is Wildcat and its octagonal turns. Hollywood Ride Rocket opened in 2009. Let's do a check on that. I'm going to go to RCDB. Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket opened in 2009. You were correct. You know why I said 2010? That's when I went to Universal for the first time. So that's when I remember riding it. Yeah, the new Potter coaster at Universal looks amazing. Looks like it's going to have a ridiculous ride time. Wildcat at least needs new track. I'll agree. It at least needs retracked. No, don't RMC Lightning Racer. That's amazing. I had a ton of fun on Lightning Racer. I even got my girlfriend on it, and you know it's a good roller coaster if she rides it because she's ridiculously picky about the coasters she rides. For reference, she's the one who commentated with me on the River Country documentary. Maurer said Rip Ride Rocket was a nightmare. That's the first I've heard of that, but I'm kind of inclined to believe it. Hershey filed permits for track work on Wildcat. I hope they did. It's a good layout. RMC Comet at Six Flags Great Escape. Great Escape just needs something new, period. Comet was a relocated classic. I don't think they should mess with that. Oh, no. Do you not see El Toro? Vivid's idea. All right. I got my speakers in the back. I got my speakers in the back going, but I'm going to have to do some adjustments on that. Can RMC, and RMC? Give it a couple of years. They just started. It hasn't even been 10 years since their first original roller coaster. But they did do track work on other roller coasters prior to that. Hey, did any of you know that before they did like the Iron Horse treatment and the topper track and all that, they just did like maintenance on wooden roller coasters? Rocky Mountain Construction actually did maintenance on Mega Zeph at 6 multiple occasions before Hurricane Katrina. Oh, I wish I could ride Wildfire. That looks incredible. Oh, okay, never mind. You got rid of his. Always do the job. Bunch of random. Actually, not positive if what is doing yet. People were asking them on Facebook, haven't replied yet. The only live stream I know is happening 100% is it's going to be on YouTube. You can find his channel if you type in Kennywood Connection, all one word, in the YouTube search bar. The live stream isn't public though, so it's not listed, but there will be a stream happening on there. I'll see if I can get you all in the chat. Maybe riding Wildfire next year. Dude, get pictures there. That ride looks amazing. Yeah, Fire does seem to focus more on the elements. It just seems to have more inversions than your typical RMC. I have to make some adjustments. Oh, I'm still here, though. Who was it who was saying Like you wish you could have gotten to try Crystal Pepsi. They must have seen my background, but I still have Crystal Pepsi right here. It's probably no good anymore, but yeah, you can tell it's lost most of its carbonation. But I do still have a bottle of Crystal Pepsi, so there's that at least. And Ecto Cooler. We can't forget Ecto Cooler. And anyway, I got to catch up in the chat here. You're not. Oh, you haven't seen any POVs of Wildfire yet. Wow. Oh man, why is the stream lagging? I have heard several people say that Wildfire is better than Steel Vengeance. I still haven't ridden Steel Vengeance yet, so I'll believe it when I see it. Oh no, are we having streaming problems? Wonderful. I might have to run an Ethernet cable. If this persists, I'm gonna have to run an Ethernet cable then. So I'm gonna have to go on like a temporary hiatus. That would only take me about like 5 minutes or so. Let's try the. You know what? Let's try the NES now. Let's see if that's any better. So I'm still here, so don't worry. I'm still paying attention to the chat. I'm just playing Mega Man instead. This is definitely one of the most anticipated roller coasters, period. Yeah, that I've experienced in my lifetime. So I want to get the. If anything happens, I want to get the lag. Great. Okay, I'm gonna have to run a cable then. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to run a cable for this. It'll only take me a couple of minutes, so bear with me here. I'll be right back. I have returned. So hopefully this addresses the problem. There. All right, from this point forward, we will not be on Wi-Fi. We will be on a solid Ethernet connection. We are now running off of a dedicated cable. I hope that helps. But for now, it could be an RMC TRX. I'm not paying attention. Time's almost up. Less than a half hour. I had a feeling that we would run into some problems. Man, I'm in trouble. Solaire, thank you. I'm glad it looks better for you. I'm really sorry about that. This stream also I guess sort of serves as like a test of just streaming in general, because I've never done this on the channel before, so it's a experience. So, question for everybody. Some people were saying their campaign was all just a massive troll, and that this very well could be an RMC. Many of you saw my first video talking about Kennywood's speculation and talking about Project 412, but I used as reference an announcement from Nick Paradise at Coaster Bash, where he brought up a PowerPoint slide next, and he mentioned showed a picture of a raptor from Jurassic Park, so it said it was not an RMC raptor. Showed a picture of Rex from Toy Story, and said that it's not a RMC. The first RMC T-Rex announced today. I don't know how many of you follow my Phantom's Revenge Facebook page, but I have a link for all of you. Apparently there was a guy who spoke to the project manager yesterday on site for Project 412. And if I can load it here. I gotta say, I really appreciate you all hanging out with me here today and putting up with all my technological glitches here that we're running into. What kind of coaster do I think it is? I think it's a Vekoma. Vekoma Bermuda Blitz. Oh, are we? You're talking about. You guys are talking about the one at Carowinds. Vekoma Top Gun. Am I at Kennywood? No, not right now. Even if I was, I wouldn't get to see the announcement because they're only letting like specific members of the press and media into the event. So even if I was at Kennywood, it's extremely unlikely that they'd actually like let me watch the live reveal. So we're fortunate that there are people out there who are live streaming the event because even if we were all there in person, I doubt they'd let us in. That's correct. It's not public. But we're still going to be able to watch it. There are people live streaming it. In the dark for too long on whatever this ride is. There's only one live stream. There's only one live stream happening. It's being done by someone on the Kennywood Connection forums. One of the administrators. He's doing it on YouTube. It's not public yet. So even if you go on his channel, you won't see it. But the channel is listed as KW Connection, all one word. So it will show up on there. Gotcha. Thank you, Reinforced Taco. Yeah, we're up to 21 people. Hello, all 21 of you. It's great to have you all here. Thank you for joining me. Hang on. I'm going. There you are. And I'm just going to go ahead and get the actual live stream link for you all because they posted it in the forums. Oh, and we got some new posts here. What did they post? Okay, there's my last post. In the chat, 15 minutes ago, someone posted, so apparently you have to be invited to watch the Project 412 announcement live. That is actually disgusting. I came here to the park for no reason. So yeah, there you go. That's what happened. Here's the administrator. Reminder, I'll be live streaming the announcement tomorrow starting around noon at the below link. Hopefully I can get a decently close seat for you guys. This is the link here, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab that for you all. But I think that's the link that he's going to be using. This is the only live stream that I know for sure is definitely happening because I have no idea if they're streaming it on Kennywood's Facebook page. Joe Bop says that they are streaming it on Kennywood's Facebook page. So on that. Hello. I have returned. 18 minutes away. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take a look on Kennywood's Facebook page and see for myself. They posted something 3 hours ago that they will be streaming it. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a check on that. At the very least, everyone here will know, because I'm not sure if I can actually get it up on my screen at the same time. Only 17 or so more minutes until we find out. Right now to try to find it. You want to eat the ride. The ride will be tasty. I am confusion. Oh, okay. They did. Here we go. Look. You started with the scratch-off clues, continued with the word search, and today it's time to get the answers you've been waiting for. Project 412 takes center stage at noon today. Check back here to watch the press conference live on our Facebook page. Okay, so I guess that answers things. So for the rest of you, now that we have this, I didn't see this because I didn't load up Facebook at all for this stream, but I'm going to go, let's use this stream. I'd like a launched wing coaster at Kennywood. Laser Loop 2. Okay, so now that we got a dish in there, definite confirmation that and I would like to let all of you know that I am going to be doing like an official analysis video of the ride once it's revealed. So this is not going to be the only video that we get that I'm giving you guys where I talk about the full review. Steel Phantom as a B&M. That would be kind of cool. There is a guy here on YouTube who did a video about that. It was called New Steel Phantom, and it's actually pretty well done. Designed to be incorporated with all the existing attractions and go around them. To Logjammer. Did any of you guys see rides in Thomastown right now? I think it's called Diesel Drivers. It's the one at the very front where they kind of go in a circle. At the center of it, it's themed to like a scratch center of Logjammer and some of the old Aero track from Steel Phantom and Phantom's Revenge. Logjammer and Phantom's Revenge in that. But that's also kind of messed up if you really think about it. Final prediction is a Mac Hyper similar to DB Rivals. Looks like the go-to coaster for Australian parks now. That looks like the king of Australia. "12 minutes. Don't worry, I'm not going to be playing Mega Man for much longer. We got more important. I just figured look at me for an hour before the stream begins. Dead. If it's a dive, I'll be pissed. I'll be pissed if it's a dive too. I actually don't want it to be a dive coaster. If you really think about it, Kennywood needs something to set them apart from Cedar Point, because they are kind of close in the grand scheme of things. So you could say Phantom's Revenge sets them apart, and all the classic. We need something new to get them back on the map. Oh, I'm not saying dive coasters are bad looking. They're great. They're extremely photogenic. But Cedar Point has one, and if Kennywood puts one in, then that'll be two with each other. So I don't know if that's a good idea. I'm sticking with what I said a minute or so ago. Kennywood needs something different than that to set them apart from the competition. So to make people say they would Kennywood for a day instead of going to Cedar Point just to ride this new coaster. Iron Titan is an amazing name. That's why, like, you know, that's a lot of people are saying that's why capitalizing the word "it" in every single post they do. I know that Kennywood and Cedar Point are completely different. Like, I'm not trying to compare. Cedar Point is obviously better as far as coasters go. I mean, even though Revenge, which I love, but Cedar Point just outmatches it. But they are in, like, market area. So they are competing in this area. You got Cedar Point that just added Valraven 2 years ago and Steel Vengeance this year. Park, which even though it's been a couple years since they added Sky Rush, the water park expansion this year, and so they're still adding new things. Kennywood needs to catch up with them and level the playing field. Iron Steel Phantom, that'd be kind of cool. All right, I'm going to speedrun Plant Man stage here, and once that's done, I'll shut off Mega Man. I'll get ready. I'll get the stream going. Everyone else, I hope everyone watching, you're able to pull up the stream as well, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get it on. So, I mean, you'll be able to see and hear me, of course, but you won't be able to see the live stream. But we all know where it's taking place now. So that should. I'm still getting the hang of this newfangled live streaming thing. Electric Bugaloo. Oh, hello. Iron Little Steel Fan. Well, of course. That's the only result that makes sense. Ah, they're ganging up on me here. And there's RMC Woody called Lightning Strike. That's kind of a cool. Iron Garfield's Nightmare. Steel Noah's Ark. It begins with a launch outside of the whale's mouth. Seats are squishy. What if it's a premier launch like Full Throttle? Don't think it will be, because they already have a premier launch, which is Skyrocket. So Full Throttle is definitely a more intense ride than Skyrocket. Kennywood announces a new expansion for Thomastown for 2019. Okay. One last, like, honest question, like, what are your thoughts on Thomastown? Do you think it's dumb? Do you think it's a good idea for the park in the long run? Thoughts? Because I have seen so many polarizing opinions about Thomastown. I guess it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things because we are getting this new coaster, but still, like, I'm ready towards it. You think Thomas? They do need more thrill rides, I'll admit. You ever notice with the construction? It happened last year. Come on, Plant Man, die so I can pull up the stream. Here we go. They do need a drop door in Thomastown, doesn't count. Okay, it's time to switch over. I'm going to put it up on my second screen. 5 more minutes. 4 more minutes. Oh no, I hope it's not a Zach spin. Oh no. Alright, let's see. I'm going on Kennywood's Facebook page. There's still nothing on their Facebook page. Alright, last minute predictions. Bermuda Blitz or Intamin Blitz Coaster. That's my final prediction. That's 5D free spin. Kennywood is not live on Facebook yet. I don't know what's taking them so long. Yes, the latest post is still the post about the scratch. Kennywood is streaming on Facebook only, it looks like. You know what? We got 2 more minutes. Let's read some of the comments. For everyone being angry for every reason imaginable, because that's all we do anymore. Kennywood is adding a P to their name and flipping it upside down to promote burgers. Can't wait. I love a Hyper GTX, but we already have Phantom's Revenge, and that's kind of a larger version of it because it's a Morgan, which is now Chance. Complaining about Logjammer. Go figure. Bring back the Turnpike. Yeah, that's 1 minute. Still nothing on their Facebook page, though. They're doing it live on KDKA. That's interesting. Okay. Anything yet? It is 12 o'clock. Come on, Kennywood. Where you at? It's time. Still nothing on their Facebook page, though. Constantly refreshing it, and we got nothing. I have been streaming for exactly 1 hour. It should be the time. Still nothing. 35 people watching. Are any of you getting it? Normally, Facebook gives you a notification. They'll say, like, Kennywood Park is live now. Kennywood, you are a minute late. Kennywood Connection is live. Sweet. Okay, so Kennywood Connection is live. Oh, they're in the pavilion. Okay, I have that pulled up in the background. Project 412 live reveal announcement. Wow, he got a good position. Keep watching this stream. I'm working on they're playing Are You Ready for This? I'm going to give you all a link in the I'm going to go check I'm going to go check now and see if Kenny was live on their Facebook page. Live stream. All right, I'm going to switch it over now. We've got to get caught up. That you're right. I don't think they look ready. Oh no, why did it freeze? The chat is going crazy. Hey, CoasterBot's watching this stream. Maybe they're waiting for KDKA. They could be waiting. Funny enough, it's still playing on my phone. That's why we still have audio. All right, hang on. I'm going to have to adjust the stream here. Details that Kennywood released of this announcement. Kennywood didn't really reveal much about the announcement. Most of the information I have came from yesterday when someone who was at Kenny manager. Apparently, this project is not going down into the ravine at all. 220 feet is confirmed to be the lift height. 24 riders per train. And that's really all we know so far. Let me try to pull up the stream again. Are they really playing Party Rock Anthem in the background? Oh, hi, Heather. The live stream is Andy Lopez. The stream Kennywood's Facebook page. It's on the main screen. There we go.
All right, good afternoon, everybody.
Hey, it's our boy Nick.
A little fast time here, I just think we have some craziness going on the Parkway Bridge in Pittsburgh. So, thank you all for coming out here today for the reveal of Project 412. It's been a long road to get here. I remember almost 10 months today. The volunteer list was 50 times with gateways to a lot of preparation, speculation, and now, of course, anticipation as we get ready to showcase what would be Kennywood's next great attraction coming for the 2019 season. So before we get fully in, first off, thank you all for coming out here. Welcome to our guests and
there's our boy Nick
here that joined us. Some special dignitaries, including our mayor of Duquesne, Nicole Ninsky, Mayor Kelly, and some of the behind-the-scenes folks from both Duquesne and West Middleton that we work with very closely on a lot of this behind-the-scenes stuff. So thank you for joining us. Representative Austin Davis, our representative from Harrisburg, Representative Bill Ports, and Kathy Osmond from Senator Jim Brewster's office couldn't be here today. Also, a little out of order, but County Councilman Bob Mason, our representative here in downtown Allegheny County. Thanks for coming out today as well. Also, just a quick thanks to and a recognition to Darby from the Towers with us here today as well. We've got a lot of focus, of course, it's been on Project 412 and speculation, but we're still hard at work and almost finished getting Thomastown ready for guests to
Enough about Thomastown.
So we're just 8 days away from that. So with that, I hope that a lot of you will be back here with us in 8 days again as we cut the ribbon and do the grand opening of Thomastown. We've got a lot of awesome stuff going on here at Kennywood, of course, in our 120th anniversary season. But, of course, what's brought us all here today is Project 412. And just to start, we're going to kind of go back to not quite the beginning, but in the start of June, where we did for the first time the Project 412 ride.
He's going to go over the entire history of the ride.
To bring people into the know a little bit and give some clues as we started to tease out what our next ride is going to be. So we put that ride scratcher out. It had 9 boxes. We gradually scratched every box to reveal a number, and those numbers are significant statistics that relate to the ride itself. But we only gave you the numbers, we didn't give you the details. Then on Independence Day,
man, he's recapping the entire thing.
Project 412, which is a word search, had words and phrases that are common descriptions for amusement rides, and it was up to our guests to find the words in the word search that we had revealed and figure out how to connect the dots, how everything related. And the first 12 people that did that correctly will win a pretty awesome chance to be among the first riders when this ride opens. It's a really cool behind-the-scenes access. And
oh no! This. I can't tell if it's my Wi-Fi or if it's. Oh, there we go. Hey, there he is.
We're going to get to the reveal that most people have been waiting for was number. I'm going to get off the stage so I can see with everyone else. So the first number.
Oh, he's going through the numbers.
Card, and then the word search, of course. And then, so just go ahead and next one. Okay, so 197 was the first number we were.
What's 197?
This is the hardest one, probably. This is where most people got tripped up.
3?
Records. So this is going to set 3 records.
3 records. I got that one right too.
24. Pretty straightforward one. Most people got this. Passengers.
24 passengers. I got that.
220. Height.
220 is height. I got 2.
220 feet. 120 seconds.
120 seconds. I got that too.
Speed. 75.
I got speed too.
Top speed on this guy, right? 9. This is another one trick people up a lot. 9 is the number of inversions.
9 inversions? Are you kidding me?
Is the lift angle. The lift hill.
50. I got the lift angle too.
4,000. This one pretty straightforward.
4,000 feet of track.
So all that adds up to all that's going to add up to a record-setting roller coaster, which we're going to get to. These 12 people first 12 together. You can see this was not just something of local interest. We had people from all over the country enter and win our actually grand prize winner first roller coaster to get it completely right. Go back there. Go back.
9 inversions. Wow.
Brian Sanchez from Downey, California is our grand prize winner for Project 412. And then John Thompson from Sherman Heights, Connor Hayes from Shadyside, Zachary Strader, Arlington from Virginia, Eric Fumo from Plano, Texas, Zach Kahn, 4 digits for zip code. So he's from part-time. Jennifer and Michael Yellen from both from Zealand Oval. I don't know if that's a parent-child couple or a husband-wife couple, but they both got it right within 10 minutes of each other. John Cooley from Dayton, Ohio.
197 feet for the tallest inversion. Wow.
And finished up with 2 local people, John Carowinds from Carowinds and Jeremy Koval from my hometown in Rhode Island.
I knew I was too late.
Congratulations to those 12. So thanks to everyone that participated. So what does that all add up to? What do all those numbers add up to? You can go to the next slide.
Here we go.
All that is going to add up to, as we said, a record-setting roller coaster from
Here we go.
S&S Roller.
S&S? What?
And they are one of, for those that don't know, they are one of the world's largest amusement ride manufacturers and I believe the nation's largest ride manufacturer. And so quickly, I want to introduce to say a few words about this.
S&S, huh?
Pete Bartow from S&S. Pete.
Thank you very much. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here.
Launch.
It's one of my favorite parks in the world, quite frankly. S&S, if you're not familiar, we've been around almost 25 years now. As you mentioned, we're based here in Logan, Utah, in the United States. We feature, portfolio features just short of 50 roller coasters, 177 tower rides, and over 300 family thrill and kids rides. So,
oh man, the chat's going crazy.
I have a real nice connection with this park. Is actually still, I live in Pennsylvania. My family is originally from this area. My father actually worked in the steel mills his whole life. So I have a real tight connection to the Pittsburgh community, to this park, and to everything about this ride. So, it's, I always say I kind of grew up in Queens, it's a special coaster for me and a special coaster for our company. So enough about that. Let's kind of get into the coaster. Mix in a few of the things, but add a little more detail and structure to the ride itself. Coaster itself.
It's not on TV. It's on their Facebook page.
4,000 feet of track, 24 passenger, two 24 passenger trains, manufactured in the U.S. It's going to be made up of almost
I can't believe this.
3 million pounds of steel. Track and structure alone. It's going to require 78 flatbed trucks. That's 78 flatbed trucks just to get the track here to the park.
Could this be an S&S air launch?
As it turns out, this is not only a custom ride for S&S, but it's actually the largest roller coaster that our company's manufactured. So we're very, very proud to be part of this.
The largest roller coaster that S&S has ever manufactured? I don't know. Some of their air launches in China are pretty massive.
The elements that the ride is going to have, and then I'd like to see a little more with it. We have a new element. There's actually 9 unique elements on the ride, including a new element called a banana roll. We have an over the lift hill double inversion over the lagoon, and what's going to probably become a great photo op for the park. 2-sided track truss arch bridge over the midway, with an airtime hill on the top side and a zero-G stall on the other side. Like I said, I see that as a great photo op for everyone in the park, riders and non-riders.
This is weird.
And then, like I said, I mentioned there's 9 inversions, 20 lift hill, and of course that first inversion of 195 feet. So we're, like I said, S&S is very excited about it. We want to thank the great people here at Kennywood who've worked really, really closely with us on the ride. I want to thank Jeff, Chris, Jerome, Rob, and countless people on their teams for the collaboration on the ride itself. I also like to thank the folks out in Utah who I believe are probably watching this as well right now. They're excited as we are. So a little shout out to the folks, the engineers, the designers, the project maintenance team.
I'm kind of shocked. I thought like Palace Entertainment would be mad at S&S because Merlin's Mayhem took so long to build.
That this community and this park is putting S&S to deliver the experience of Pittsburgh like no other in the world. Thank you very much.
Can we please get a POV?
So this is usually the point where we get to what everyone's anticipating, that simulation of what the coaster ride is going to look like. But we're actually only kind of finishing, we're only kind of at halftime of this announcement here today. The roller coaster is going to be for sure the star player, but it's only a piece of the puzzle, only a part of the team for what's going to be happening in this corner of Kennywood.
Wait, what?
Fits perfectly with our 120-year history of innovating in the amusement industry and connecting to our community. We're going to be opening up and what's going to be a collaboration for the amusement industry.
There's more.
This will be the first time here at Kennywood, setting another trend like we've done many times, 120 years. And this is going to be a whole special area of the park. And we're going to be bringing in some longtime friends into the Kennywood family, joining us now on a permanent basis going forward. And it looks like they are here right about.
Oh, there's a trolley.
Now.
Who is it? Wait, what is this, huh? Wait, the Steelers are there. The hell? I am confusion. I don't get this.
Ryan Ruska is the VP of Sales and Marketing for the Steelers, to say a few words here. That is Steelers Country at Kennywood Park. Ryan.
Are you kidding me? It's a whole area.
Just want to say how excited we are to be a part of this project. We're extremely excited about the connection to families and to the Pittsburgh market and region. We think they'd be really happy about what we've collaborated on here. Before I go any further into details, I want to recognize Chris Hope, former player. It's in Pittsburgh, it's our big family, it's a building park, so we're going to be. And of course, Steely, the team is out here in the I know you've probably heard a little bit about the area. One of the things we're excited about is the roller coaster itself. We've collaborated with the folks at Kennywood. The name of the coaster is actually called Steel Curtain, which we feel like is really
what? It's called Steel Curtain? What?
The branding elements and all the activities there will be football themed and focused. We're very excited about how you'll be able to experience Steelers brand, Steelers football, NFL football here in this environment and this very family-friendly. Thanks so much. On behalf of the Steelers organization, we're very excited to be a part of this partnership, and we're really looking forward to 2019. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ryan. Okay. All right, without further ado, I know everyone's been waiting for it, so let's go ahead and let's roll. Let's take our first ride together on this.
Oh man, guys, we got a POV. It's POV time. Oh man, does it start with a launch? No, that's a lift hill.
There we go.
Yeah, it's a lift hill. Black and gold track, though. Why is it? So are we going to drop over the lagoon? What the heck is this thing? Oh no! The stream stopped. Oh no, there we go. What? So we're still over the logjammer plot here, right? Oh man, now we're going. Oh, I see what they're doing. That doesn't look too bad, actually. That's pretty good, actually.
Well, like we said, though, that's just going to be the starting point for Steelers country. And while certainly a lot is still underway, this is going to be, like I said, a huge development for Kennywood, for Pittsburgh, for the entire music industry, for the Steelers, for the NFL. We're really excited to be pioneering this here. It's going to take about 3 acres of the park back here that'll be dedicated to this. 1,000 square feet of buildings. We're going to get a few images. We're going to just show all this concept renderings right now, but what it's going to look like. We're going to jump forward here. So as you're entering, you're going to come, if you're thinking if you're coming from...
So now they're giving like a...
entry portal here with the Steelers country sign, and you're underneath you, and go through there into an exit tunnel. Of course, couldn't go without a tunnel. The idea is to kind of recreate some of the feeling of like we see the players come out of the tunnel during the game. So we'll give that opportunity to the fans. And that's really the goal. Is to create some of that NFL, that athletic experience for guests and fans to be part of and kind of relive that in a cool way. So keep going forward.
Wow, look at all that. Do they have that much room to work with?
Here to cool off with a little bit. You can see the blast furnace forward, the steel curtain logo, and then on the left is we'll get to, and next to the next slide. This is kind of from the other end, looking from the coaster back all welcome area, and a lot of photo opportunities, of course. We'll go forward to the next slide. This is a bit of an aerial view from up in the structure of the coaster, looking down on that entrance wall. Is actually where you come in. Here's the tunnel underneath and some of those deep areas. And go to the next slide. This is where we are right now. It's going to become the End Zone Cafe, Turtle Place.
New restaurant, okay.
You cool off and get something to eat inside the park. The inside. There will also be some outdoor eating area opportunities for seeing to tailgate atmosphere.
Honestly, I don't like the theme. I don't think football is a good theme for a coaster, much less an entire area of the park.
A lot of midway games, thought tests, rowing accuracy, again, athletic, sports related midway games, and then experience building. And inside there is going to be all kinds of different opportunities for fun. You can see right here the terrible.
I'm getting flashbacks to when they tore down Disney Quest to build the NBA experience.
There's actually different levers within the ride that will spin the towels on top. So that's something we're really looking forward to. And
what to make of this?
Excuse me, to talk about the footballs, but we try to hit targets. So, pardon me, all things like that. And clear my throat.
I mean, I'm going to go regardless. I'm going to need to get footage of the coaster running on its first day once it opens.
You'll be able to track your performance back on the 40-yard dash, and track your time doing some of those drills, your accuracy, how many targets you hit in this, and the big video screen that is in the entrance plaza, and essentially throughout the season, your performance compared against other people. So really quick to track and just engage beyond that actual experience.
So that the NFL will bring more money for Kennywood.
It's a very good world. We're excited to be part of it, pioneering it here at Kennywood Park. A place that's been leading the way in 20 years now, going into year 121 in 2019.
Damn, so we got Thomas and Steelers?
And we look forward to welcoming all our guests, all fans, welcome to enjoy these attractions here with us at Kennywood. With that,
Novacoma.
we can open it up for
Such sadness.
Joining me back up on stage.
Not an RMC T-Rex though, guys. It's not a T-Rex. Someone posted in the chat they should have gone with Intamin. Manufactured in the United States. That's a good point.
The roller coaster is going to go over really good. If you go out there, you'll see some rebar circular footers that are sticking out time between the sky coaster and the barley pit, both of which are staying and not going anywhere. It's going to go through the water between there, the bridge, and that's where it's going to turn around and head back over here. So it's a very unique lane. It's a little early to say that right now. We're certainly looking at a very aggressive building timeline to get everything open.
This is interesting in the long run. This coaster is either going to be really good or it's going to break down so much that it'll. Well,
we'll see someday.
Connection. So talk a little bit.
That's a great question.
Yes, please. Why the steel curtain?
Process, we were looking for a name that could be representative of the Steelers brand and excitement about something that could represent a great roller coaster. So it came together for both. I think really the meaning for the steel curtain for us is our foundation. It's a very group. It's a special group of players. In the 70s.
What if it's another ring racer? No, the ring.
Define what it meant to play defense and play football in the NFL. So it's a big part of our foundation and our brand. And to your point, to introduce that to the younger generation in a fun way, we felt like introduce and at least reinforce those brand qualities to families and young kids.
And speaking for Kennywood, we were floored. We heard that would be the name for the ride. Like Brian said, the history, the impact that has, not just here in town, but all across the nation and beyond. We're really excited about it.
Okay, someone just posted that the POV is up on Kennywood's YouTube.
Trains we're keeping a little bit under wraps for right now, in terms of what the trains are going to look like. So we have to keep some things under our hat. A nice. The coaster is mostly going to model along the plot down in the balloon back. There will be some over here roughly, but it's mostly going to be right back there where these pavilions are. So really don't stand in pavilions that way. Are going to be repurposed or relocated. Scott, maybe you had a question.
All the pavilions are going to be removed. That includes the original WIT pavilion.
There was collaboration, certainly, and there was some things floated that we were doing.
But it's a chain lift.
And certainly, with a lot of this, we're equal partners in making some of these decisions, especially when it comes to something as big as that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. It was,
I can't believe it's an SNS.
Process, one that we, a lot of options were discussed, not only for the name of the coaster, but a lot of different theming areas and activities and the name of
the whole place. I would agree. So once we came to the table, it was a pretty easy decision.
Tell my 6-year-old that you could ride it or not ride it.
They don't know the height restriction.
Actually, right now it's 48 inches, but as we go through all the final approval processes, I would just say as a disclaimer that it could be subject to change, but that's right now.
One thing about your
Hey,
6-year-old though is I think you'll be happy with the variety of activities that we brainstorm. Kids of all ages. I think there'll be a lot of ground level activities and things to run through, and really one of the big goals here was to make sure that this was a very inclusive and very open for families and just a way to experience football and learn about the Steelers and just make those activities.
Well, theme-wise, if I'm being completely honest, I couldn't care less about the theme. I care about as much of I care as much about football as I do about.
Taller and taller until you're tall enough to ride.
I just hope it has lap bars.
Yeah. You guys put a lot of Thomastown on right now we're not going to get into deep financials on that. Certainly, this is a major opening with Silverton and the land around it. It's probably going to end up being the most significant investment year for Kennywood's history. Yeah, doubled out Thomastown, and it's been a really big 2 years for the park. So we're really excited to see how things are.
I'm not sure if I'm fully 100% with it though.
Now, this trolley incorporated, or is it just today?
The Kennywood Trolley will be continuing its community park, participating parades here in Kennywood and around the area. I can imagine it may make a stop at
Tail force is 48 inches.
But yeah, always in park Kennywood. Go back to our roots in the trolley park in 1899.
So, it says I still got 14 people watching. What are your thoughts?
This won't impact the racer at all. I know the video didn't show the racer or any of the rides. That's just a ride, but the racer won't be impacted at all. Like you said, it's one of our treasures here. Last call. All right, well, thank you all for the questions and do a little ceremonial groundbreaking.
They still got the groundbreaking. The Reinforced Taco says this is a big mistake. Oh no. This begins.
Enjoy the rest of your day here at Kennywood. Thank you.
Nobody asked about restraints. Oh, is the stream over? I think the stream's over. SNS did buy Vacoma. So I think the part that I dislike the most is the theme. I'm not big into football, so I really couldn't care less about the theme. The fan base they had to work with, but as in addition to the colors, Kennywood has needed another black and gold attraction ever since Pitfall was removed. So I'm okay with the layout. I'm okay with the colors. We don't know what the trains are like. We don't know what restraints are like. I'm on the theme. I'm like middle of the road on the theme. I don't good idea to have football brought into Kennywood. Let's go on Kenny YouTube page. And oh, the stream is still going. This looks to be a Vekoma because SNS bought them. I hope that's the case. In which case, I would actually be kind of right that it was a Vekoma. POV is up for Steel Curtain. All right, let's go watch it. The track isn't Vekoma, though. The layout is fantastic. I'm not complaining about that. Okay, I'm on their YouTube channel right now. There it is. First look, Kennywood Steel Curtain POV. Here it is, guys. Go check it out. Down into the top of the lift hill. I need a haircut. That's what I need. The supports actually go down. That's crazy. But there's really nothing happening. So, hi, Infinite Coasters. Welcome back. Missed you. So what thing? Schwarzkopf track. I'm going to do a V real quick. I had. All right, cresting the lift hill here. Towards the hillside. Man, that's a weird drop. I'm totally fine there being a black and gold attraction ever since Pitfall was shut down. And so the track actually does go over the bridge. Thomastown. Wow, that's crazy. Look at all the inversions. That looks that final. I think that counts as an inversion. That looks more like a cutback, which I guess is an inversion. But man, cutbacks are uncommon enough. But now it has, because Skyrocket does have one. Someone commented, "I'm ready for Steel Curtain's revenge when this ride fails spectacularly and has to be torn down." Sonic lost GameStop. I used to know someone who worked at GameStop and they were getting rid of posters, so I was like, it's been on there since it's been on that wall since I was in that much. Yeah, who can say no to free stuff? And I think what's going on with I'm having like cable mismanagement here. looks absolutely insane. Like, it looks amazing. It's just the theme I'm not on board with. Why is Toke? Am I missing something? People were posting that in the chat on the live stream as well. The other live stream. Someone posted lighting ugly. The layout, theme, and name are incredible. I just hope SNS can be trusted. Me too, man. Me too. Even as a Pittsburgh fan, the theme is just way too much. Agreed. It seems too on the nose. It's too. It's over. It's they're overdoing it with the Steelers thing. The initial inversion is very reminiscent of Drakenfire, which I've thought about doing on a couple occasions. Drakenfire 2.0. I'm gonna watch it again. Man, that's crazy. They needed the sponsorship though for the money. That is. Do I think this will ruin the traditional feel of the park? Yes and no. In a way, they are keeping it corner of the park where Logjammer used to be, so it's going to be its own separate area. As long as someone were to stay out of that area, you would still be in, all the classic wooden coasters and Kangaroo, Paratrooper, all the classic rides we've grown to know and love. So, in a way, I am glad they're keeping this as its own separate thing. Traditional feel will still be there, but this will definitely be a huge contrast to what the park is like in Thomastown. Man, so many inversions. That inversion over the water is crazy. Step we go. Man, that's crazy. The Taco Beach, you have those. Banana roll is not a new thing, and I even remember I saw a video uploaded by Theme Park Crazy where he went over very rare coaster elements, and he mentioned the banana roll. So, do I think it will be better than Phantom? Looks as intense. Phantom will always hold a special place in my heart, just because I grew up riding it. I liked it so much I made that documentary. I mean, but I think this is going, in terms of intensity, this is going to be on par, if not more intense than Phantom. But one thing's for sure, this isn't going to reach the speed that Phantom does. It's going to come close, but miles per hour faster. Infinite Coasters, I'll go check it out. Yeah, there's no mid-course brake run. That is something. Oh yeah, there it is. Just like the Epic channel. Darn, Novacoma SLC. Being from Pittsburgh and a huge sports fan, this is still a joke. Ouch. Little harsh, I'd say, but I mean, I'm not going to disagree that the theme is too much played. Do you guys remember in the early 2000s when they got the Garfield license and they around the park, especially in Kittyland. All the Kennywood maps had Garfield on them, and of course, a few years later, they opened Garfield. They had like Garfield and Odie costumed characters walking around in the park. That was, and then they were realized that was too much. And in the coming years, they like downplayed it, got rid of the Garfield statues, and now Garfield's Nightmare is the only thing left from that era. Even the Pounce Bounce, which is a ride in a big statue of Garfield, kind of like reclining on the top of it, that's been removed. All the Garfield theming was removed from it. I have a feeling we could be seeing this area, and then they'll get so much mixed reception that they'll tone it down in the coming years. Am I the only one who still wants a return of the old mill? Wow. Steel curtain looks impressive. But as far as like the ride layout, I am all. Yes, I watched the POV you uploaded. Infinite Coasters. I had to quickly switch windows though. Logjammer's Revenge.
A nightmare from which you may never awake. This is the most frightening adventure you will ever be. Cheese. I like cheese, so give me some cheese and
There's some PTSD of Garfield's Nightmare for you all. Steel Curtain has a 0G stall? That's interesting. That would be weird for a coaster that's not in. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm conflicted, guys. It looks like an amazing new ride, but the theme is what kills it for me. I mean, on the other kind of a cool. So surprisingly, you know what part I'm most on board with? It's the cafe that they're putting in the Steelers area. I know I said I don't really care for like football or anything like that, but for some strange reason, on the opposite end of the sports bars, I don't know what it is. I could care less about watching sports, but the environment of a sports bar is, I just really like that. They're fun. Having something like that in Kennywood would be really fun, and I hope it continues to expand on Kennywood this in the coming years, because this year they added like new fry options. They have like buffalo chicken fries, Philly cheesesteak fries, all kinds of new stuff. So I hope it adds to their menu, because they have a very expansive menu as a restaurant that could even add to it even more. But the theme, I can't get down with the theme. Oh, this is a weird time to be a Kennywood fan and a coaster enthusiast. It should have been called Garfield's Revenge. I think they're done with Garfield now. They just need to figure out what to. Should have been Vekoma or Intamin, and I know Vekoma is now owned by SNS, but SNS coasters liable things in the world. That's the thing. So that's why I'm worried. Anyone remember Hypersonic XLC? And I know this isn't a launch coaster. This is apparently the largest coaster that SNS has ever made. And I don't know what they're, but if you, those Chinese launch coasters, and even Dododonpa in Japan, look larger. So I'm just a little tiny bit confused. We're approaching the 2-hour mark here, guys. I might call it an end of the stream, unless you just want me to put. We can keep discussing this. The first drop looks like Drakenfire. I'm glad I'm not the only that like Drakenfire. And that's both a good and a bad thing. On the one hand, it's incredibly unique. On the other hand, it's Draken. You want to keep discussing? Okay, let's go. But I might switch back to the capture card, unless you guys just want to look at my face the entire time. My girlfriend's texting me. She's asking, they're not reliable at all. Oh, hi, X-Scream Thrills. Hi. Big fan of yours. Welcome to my stream. It's great to have you here. Next ride, Vekoma SLC. Enough about the Vekoma SLCs. It's Vekoma labeled as S&S. The track looks like S&S, but the fact that it uses a chain lift and not a launch seems more like a Vekoma. Was tallest inversion broken? I gotta check something. Didn't Gatekeeper at Cedar Point hold the record for the tallest inversion? It had that wing over drop at the top. Okay, yeah. Gatekeeper is 170 feet. Okay, yeah. Kennywood now does have the highest inversion. Most inversions and most inversions. And I'm gonna say that, remember how S&S said that this is the longest coaster they've ever made? I guess that could be more like a. What is? They didn't specify on what the third record is. S&S is yep. RCDB did curtain. Steel curtain make S&S Sansei Technologies under construction. 4,000 feet, duration, 2 minutes till. Very basic listing so far. Tallest coaster in PA. Wasn't the record previously held? Rush is 200 feet exactly. So this will now be the tallest roller coaster in Pennsylvania. Funny enough, RCDB they did not add the banana inversion. They didn't add that into the elements. Roll. I'm moving to Pennsylvania now. Good luck with that, man. There's not a whole lot here. Only 2 rollers. Although I do think it's interesting that we will now have another roller coaster at Kennywood with steel in the title. We haven't had that since. Man, I just hope S&S doesn't screw this up. Man, I've never been to Knoebels. I've been meaning to make a trip up there. I really want to check out both Flying Turns and Impulse, of course. Can't leave out Phoenix. course, I'm getting a lot of messages about it already. Oh, I should probably share all that to my face. A is number 2 with amount of coasters in the state. I did not know that. Pirates can get the trash cans name. That's a little harsh, but I'm not going to disagree. Oh, Thunderbolt is fantastic. That drop in, it's just awesome. Steel Phantom, hyper looping, which bought my arrow. I forget about that. I all the time. I completely forget about that. I'm gonna post the POV. I'm gonna go ahead and post the POV on the Facebook page. Yeah, Thunderbolt is really intense for a steel, not steel. I'm still talking about Steel Curtain. Thunderbolt is really intense for a wooden coaster, and that drop out of the station is phenomenal. And the fact that you come so close to the track of Phantom's second drop. I'm actually shocked that Ohio is third, because between both Cedar Point and Kings Island, that's got to be around. All right, I'm gonna go to my Facebook page. Bear with me for a second here. All right, there we go. That ought to do. Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. I haven't been there since 2014. I'd love to return though, and get the credit on Invader. You were there yesterday. Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, or Kenny? Invader is not that great. I know it's not like the best. It's more like a family wooden coaster, but still, it's a GCI. I really. I would have liked to see the new steeplechase, but this really had to be a large roller coaster. Kennywood needed it. If they wanted to do a steeplechase in the future, I feel like that would be a good fit for the classic old-timey feel of Kennywood. So maybe after this Steeler area is completed, they could add something like that. We did need a new thrilling coaster. I've never been to Kings Island, but I really want to go. I've been wanting to make a trip down there for years. I could spend several days there, really. You prefer Blue Streak? I need to ride that again. I've only ridden it a small handful of times. And the internet is exploding. Oh, the people are being so divisive over the Steeler area. I live stream. Everyone kind of stopped for a second. Like the trolley pulled up and the Pittsburgh Steelers got out, and Nick Paradise was like, "The Pittsburgh Steelers!" And everybody was kind of like, all got all quiet all of a sudden, and everyone was like, "Oh no." Yeah, you do get a great view of the construction from Racer. I was there last week. I rode Racer about 4 or 5 times in a row trying to see what they were doing. Honestly, if my number one prediction for this was a Vekoma Bermuda Blitz, but which is Vekoma's newer design, decently tall and has a impressive number of inversions. Steel Curtain is incredibly tall, almost as tall as Phantom's second drop, and it has the most inversions, period, in the United States. So that could that actually is okay then, I guess. I don't really have a plain model of coaster. You'd be impressive amusement park trip there. I wish I could go to that many in a row. The theme sucks, but the coaster looks good. Steel Curtain in a nutshell, everybody. The theme sucks, but the coaster looks good. Yeah, I'm not really on board with the whole Steeler theme. New meme, Steeler area? That could be a meme. And the post on the is all. If you guys want to like the page, it's on Facebook. Just look up the Phantom's Revenge Kennywood Park. What it's under. Oh, even theme park review. Look, even theme park reflection. Even theme park review have shared it. Rob Alvey, everybody. Love him or hate him, he's a leading authority on new roller coasters. And courtesy of our friend Roller Coaster Memes on Instagram, Rob Alvey. So thank you, Roller Coaster Memes. This isn't the first NFL team-themed coaster. I vaguely remember another one, but I can't remember what it was. Whee! Rob Alvey. Oh, on every inversion. I'm reading the enthusiast commenting on Rob's Facebook post. From Southern Delaware out to Ohio. Oh, I'd love to do a trip like that, but, money. I grabbed 2 months ago, and I really haven't been able to find any kind of job. Job searching sucks. You're sad that Kennywood is selling out to the NFL. Yeah, I don't really like the theme, but the actual design of the coaster looks great. Inversion. That's going to be a meme. Oh, hey guys, someone posted all 3 records. Someone posted all 3 records that were broken. It's the tallest inversion, which is a world record. The tallest roller coaster in North America. Wait, no. Oh, I read that wrong. I'm sorry. It's going to break 3 records. 1 world record, 1 North American record, and one Pennsylvania record. The world record is the tallest inversion. The North American and the Pennsylvania record is the tallest roller coaster. So there you go. These comments are good. Magic Mountain. It looks amazing as far as their coaster lineup goes. The actual park just looks okay. I mean, I'm not really a fan of how Six Flags posts advertising, but as far as their coaster lineup, it looks phenomenal. I'd love to make a California trip sometime. I wish I could do that right now, but I just don't have the money for it. I really ought to do like move my setup over a little bit and actually make my full analysis video of Steel Curtain. I guess that's what I'll spend the rest of the day doing. Kennywood has captioned this: the Steel Curtain will be the star player and record-setting roller coaster that anchors the unprecedented Steelers country, coming to Kennywood in 2019. Can you guys, the top comment, the first comment on Kennywood's video: I want an amusement park without any roller coasters. You be. Do you think Kennywood is going to take out the Reds in the middle of the lagoon? No, they said that during the live stream that would not be moving. That's being left alone. Sits back to watch people complain. Wow, I'm actually surprised. There's not too many people on here that seem all that upset. Commented on my link that I shared. They said, I can't believe Kennywood is getting this. Holy shit. Do I think 9 inversions is too much? I think that's right on the line. You ever see those weird inversions? Those are too much. Up and here we go. Used than anything. Me too. Was I looking at the chat during the announcement? Yes, I was. Oh man, everybody was complaining. That was hilarious. That POV though, that's crazy. Wow. I'm worried they're gonna have to redo the bridge, because that part of the ride that goes over the lagoon, they're gonna have to rebuild the bridge. It looks to get way too close. It's basically another extension to a kids area, except for the coaster. That's the thing. The coaster looks amazing, but I don't like it. Remainder of the season once we get track on site. Yeah, Tanner, I agree. It was just the coaster. I would have liked to see how close we get to the. Now that's a fantastic ride. The new trains, though. But wow. RMC did fall through, then S&S picked it up. I believe that. I just wish they would have used the ravine in some way, but it's already been established that the soil last summer. Do I like Loch Ness Monster? I love Loch Ness Monster. I mean, when I rode it, it was with the old trains before they got the new ones for its anniversary, so it was a little rough. I heard that they added some new effects to it this year. They added like strobe lights and sound effects in the tunnel that's inside the mountain. Yeah, Tanner, the trains. That's the interesting thing. We know it's S&S, but we don't know what the trains look like. Much less the restraints. The restraints are what matters. Let's hope for lap bars. Fingers crossed. Let's hope for lap bars. I got a bad feeling that it's going to be an over-the-shoulder restraint, though. This is completely and totally random, but the next amusement park documentary I make is going to be on the beach, just so you know. Just putting that out there. But yeah, I really hope it has lap bars. Look at Skyrocket. It's not the most intense ride in the world, but I think those make up for it. The shin restraints. Oh. Theme Park Review has officially made a steel curtain. Now we wait for the GP comments. My speakers are still on. Skyrocket did not reopen yet. All I know is they had to. The launch motor overheated, and they had to get a replacement, but it was shipped via sea. They shipped it via a boat because it's obviously too heavy to fly. I guess that's the reason. So it's taking forever to get back. Oh, next documentary is Hard Rock Park in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Epic Channel 1048. Yeah, I could actually tell you guys a little bit when I went. because I don't know if any of you like my Facebook page. It's only got like 17 or 18 likes, so probably not. But I posted some photos on there recently. If it'll load. I'm using a lot of bandwidth here to stream. Wonderful thing in the world. Let me pull it up. Switch cameras here real quick. So here we are. This is my Facebook page. Last month. So see. Let me show you the pictures here from when I saw. Hi, Heather. I'm extremely sure, but could not care less for the theming. But yeah, this is when I went. They still had the signs out. And that's the view from the parking lot. Pretty overgrown by that point. It was dark outside. But there's the front entrance. Very faded. And the guest services building. Where you would buy your tickets. All the windows were smashed out. Shout out to JillyJillH@Verizon.com. And there's the restrooms. I didn't dare go in there. I had some more common sense than that. Whatever, Heather. Close enough. So, yeah, Freestyle managed to find a... Oh, there we go. Stream's back up. I managed to find an abandoned storage room, so... And there's the theme park that was so short-lived. Park, or Hard Rock Park, whatever you call it. TM looked interesting from an engineering standpoint because of that Ferris wheel lift, but the actual code was really underwhelming. What do I use to edit? Mixture of Adobe Premiere. Now and then I use Pinnacle Studio. I know Pinnacle Studio is outdated anymore, but it's what I started editing. It's what I'm most familiar with. Epic Channel 1048 making an analysis on Steel Curtain later today. Man, by the time I get my analysis done, you were going to be... Hard Rock Park is, without a doubt, one of the most short-lived parks in amusement history. Only open for 2 years. We're in Vietnam now. I know for sure that Led Zeppelin The Ride, Vietnam added... Pat's hike. The new Patriots themed area of the park. Oh, hello, Carson. Way of putting it, but I kind of agree. Aside from the fuck Kennywood part, like I don't at all. But the track layout looks great. The only like saving grace I could think of is that maybe like in the future, if they ever want to drop the Steelers theme, well, they don't even need to repaint it. They could just retheme it. I actually do like the black and gold colors. My number one steal is Phantom's Revenge. I know that's very stereotypical of me, but it's always been my favorite. Some of the coasters at Cedar Point have come very close. Millennium Force I found to be incredible. What else we got? Gatekeeper I absolutely loved. Especially Raptor. I love B&M inverts, which makes me want to get out to Kings Island more and ride Banshee. Favorite manufacturer? Intamin. Love Maverick, but when I first the original plastic over-the-shoulder restraints, not the Intimidator 305 style restraints, seeing and a lot of neck crunching between the restraints, so I did not enjoy it as much as I did later. I'll put definitely the most intense B&M invert, if not just because of the fact that it's almost a hyper coaster. Like it's only a couple feet off from being a hyper coaster, right? They could have easily made it a hyper, but whatever. Yeah. Well, guys, it seems that the storm has calmed down. Let's go ahead and check what the internet is saying about Steel Curtain. All right, let's see. Someone else replied on my Facebook post. They said, "Ugh, the theme is really annoying. There are other really cool pits besides the Steelers." I'm gonna disagree. "32 likes so far, though. Impressive." Yeah, Busch Gardens trolled everybody with that height. A hyper invert. Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't see this yet. Did you guys see the logo? Review used it in their thumbnail. I actually rather like that. need a haircut. Let's read some comments on Theme Park Review's video about Steel Curtain. I keep wanting to say Steel Vengeance. Best new coaster of 2019. And you'd have awesomeness. SNS collab with RMC. From SNS that is bigger and faster than Skyrocket. Yes. Some people were speculating onboard audio. Some people were posting that they're just like a single rail. It could look like the old Steely McBean logo. It could. They need. Yes, this is what they need. This looks truly different and unique from any other coaster that I've seen before. I hate the Steelers, but I'd still ride this. That seems to be the common consensus, is that people dislike the theme, love the layout. Steel Curtain seems to be SNS's first multi-inversion roller coaster. Revenge is taller than this. Phantom's Revenge is not taller than it, but it has a longer drop. Phantom's Revenge is 160 feet tall. That means that, can you imagine what the skyline is going to look like? This is going to be taller than the lift of Phantom. That's 160 feet. This looks like a fan-made coaster. Funky layout for a coaster. SNS are in. I'm getting some more notifications from the Facebook page. Oh, it's just people tagging their friends. All right, guys, what do you think? I think we covered most of the bases here. Says we're down to 4 people. Yeah, I know Dark Castle closed. I'm still mad about that. I did get to ride it before it closed, though, and it was amazing. Coaster, but I do have the Dark Castle credit. Phantom or Curtain? I think I'm still going to like Phantom better just because it's been around longer and I grew up riding it. But Curtain is definitely going to give Phantom a run for its money. I think it's kind of funny. Every single roller coaster at Kennywood, with the exception of Little Phantom and Exterminator, uses the terrain somehow. Okay, I guess Racer really use the terrain. Most of the coasters at Kennywood use the terrain to their advantage. This one doesn't look like it'll do that, so it seems like they're making up for it, but with the ridiculous number of inversions and just that funky layout. Yeah, I think I'll still like Phantom better, though. Gates on this one. Bridge. They said that as far as the pavilions go, they're going to be repurposed. Actually said that they were going to demolish the pavilions, but I think they might just move them. I could actually potentially see them putting the roof back on the whip and making it have its own pavilion again. Likely. But man, what a ride that's going to be. As much as I don't care for the theme, this is what Kennywood needed. What a weird name, though. Steve Kurt. It doesn't sit right with me. All right, guys, we're approaching the 2 hour and 40. Yeah, I never understood that it actually look better with the roof back over it. So I do actually hope they move it back. Of Steel Curtain coming very, very soon. That's probably just going to be a real short video. There's nothing to speculate. It's a shorter video. And after that, there's an abandoned house that I'm exploring very soon, so there will be footage of that coming soon. I've clearly got some work to do. It's on the live streaming front to get. But for the time being, I would like to seriously thank you all who stuck with me for the stream, and putting up with all these problems that I was dealing with and the little technical glitches. Hopefully I can fix them in the future. Or, just outright entirely when I finally get enough money to build a PC. All right, guys, we're almost at 2 hours and 45 minutes. I think I'm going to cut it here. If you got any last minute questions, otherwise, just keep an eye on the channel upload, and also my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/KennywoodRevenge. That's my Kennywood fan page. I'm sure I'll have some updates posted on there as well, and I'm sure the Kennywood Connection forums are just exploding. Me. What do I think of the coaster? I love the design. It looks intense as heck, and I like the colors. Don't like the theme at all. All right, guys, we're at 45 minutes. I think I'm going to cut. Thanks for joining. I might do another one of these in the near future. Can I stream again around 5? Well, I'll probably just at that point, so I can. For now, it's not really. So I gotta hurry and go set up my other camera and get working on my analysis, and also probably get something to eat. I haven't eaten yet today. I skipped breakfast to set up all this stuff so I could stream. But